Hello, 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 y'all. It is time for Trish's weekly real estate tidbit. Fasten your seat belts. I know I was not on last week, but I got plenty of things to tell you guys this week. So I want to go ahead and get started. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You know how we do. With the current Atlanta real estate market, buyer and seller opportunities are better than ever. Thank y'all so much, but I'll take it from here. Sellers, this is your market. It's time for you to get off of that fence and put your home on the market and get it sold to my buyers who are waiting for you to list your home. I'd love to earn your business, so please give Trish a call at Keller Williams Realty Bookhead 404-604-3800 or call or text 404-817-1710. And please also visit my website at TrishSalesATL.com. Let's talk about how I can assist you with achieving your real estate goals and making your dreams a reality.
List your house with our money at TrishSalesATL.com.
Yes, that never gets old, you guys. That never gets old. That's my mini commercial made in concordance with my mini me's. And I just wanted to say welcome back. I feel like I've been gone from last week. I feel like I've been gone a couple of weeks. I missed you guys, but do understand that I was in continuing education credit class about contracts. We have brand new things going on with the contracts this year. Every year our contracts kind of get updated and we get some new stuff. So I had to go to class last week. And so I missed you guys. Thank you so much for everybody that is tuning in right now. Let me share my live to my personal Facebook page. So that way I'm not missing anybody. But thank you guys so much for tuning in every week. I appreciate you. I told you guys I was sharing my own live. So I have to do that sometimes to make sure that we're getting maximum exposure. I come on here every week to give you all information so that you can either keep the information and you have more knowledge when you decide that you are ready to make a real estate transaction, or give you the ability to pass it on to somebody that you may know that is interested in purchasing a home, selling a home, investing in a home. So knowledge is power. That's my whole mantra. For those of you, this is the first time that you're tuning in with me. I am Trish Myrick of Trish Sales ATL. That is the actual name of my business up under Keller Williams Realty. I'm definitely grateful to be a part of such a wonderful brokerage and a wonderful family. Keller Williams just actually finished up the Keller Williams family reunion down in New Orleans, Louisiana. I did not go this year. I stayed back, but we have got a mega technology update. I mean, it was a mega update. And they've been working on it for quite some time. I did go to Mega Camp on last August when they first started talking about the details of the technology that they were going to roll out. And so I had the privilege of being also able to test some of the new technology that we have. So for those of you who are my subscribers, if you're not a subscriber, send me a message. Send me a direct message or call me 404-817-1710, or you may also text me at that number, or Facebook, Instagram. Send me a direct message so that I can add you to my subscribers list. And I'm saying this because I send out information consistently to keep you guys updated and abreast of what's going on the market. And so if you want to be privy to that information, I'll be more than happy to have you as one of my subscribers. I send out a monthly newsletter, a seasonal letter, especially with the seasons changing and all of that, to kind of help you if you're a seller, just kind of give you some things when it's spring cleaning, some things that you should do in the winter, when you're winter cleaning and turning your fans back around. Just a plethora of things. I like to keep in touch and keep connected with you guys. So if you are not a subscriber, please send me your information. You can also go to my website, TrishSalesATL.com, TrishSalesATL.com. And if you hit the contact form, it'll automatically send me an email so that I can get you added. So just wanted to let you know that. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I want to roll right into our real estate news because I have, for my lender spotlight today, I have Samantha Weinstein with Evolve Bank, who's going to give you guys some information on some products that she offers. February is all about sellers. So even though she's giving products that are kind of geared towards buyers, sellers, it's going to put you in a position, especially depending on where your house is located, of some programs that may be in your area that will make your home more marketable. So definitely we're going to talk about that, but let's move into our motivational quote for today. You know, every time that we get on here, you know, I like to have a motivational quote. I like to be able to give you something, some food for thought, something for you to think about. And so today, the motivational quote is, the mind is everything. What you think, you become. And that's from Buddha. The mind is everything. What you think, you become. And that is so true. I have been in the business for over 10 years. And if I thought that I would not succeed, I probably would not still be in this business. But I'm very grateful that I thought that I could be a realtor. I thought that I could be, I don't want to call myself a mega agent. You know, I am kingdom built, you know, and so I think every day and I tell myself that you are a kingdom built realtor, and what a man thinketh, so he is. You know, that's also biblical. I gave you all the quote from Buddha today, but that's also biblical as well. So like I said, I'm kingdom built. A little bit of news. I had the privilege of being featured in Voyage Atlanta, their magazine. And I'm going to pull up the article really quickly. It was an honor to be nominated to be, it was an honor to be nominated. Let me say that. I can't express my excitement. You know, I just can't express it because I'm grateful. And I'm going to share my screen so that you're able to see it. Uh-oh, I want me to be little. So this is my article, and it says, meet Trailblazer Trish Myrick Bridgers. And it was just an honor to be selected and nominated so that I could kind of share my story with you all. Real estate has not been a cakewalk. You know, a lot of people get into the business and they think that it's glamorous. We have highs, we have lows. You know, when the market shifts, we have to shift. We have to be very innovative. We have to be very creative. And we really have to use our minds so that we have longevity in this business. And so I'm just grateful that after 10 years that, you know, I was able to kind of tell my story of how I got started, you know, how the road hasn't been smooth, but I've remained I've just remained in him. My faith has definitely kept me in this business. It says, tell me more about your work. I am very proud to serve my community. I am a native Atlantan. And so I am honored. I am blessed to be able to still serve my community in the capacity of real estate, because for me, it's not just about, you know, transactions. It's not just about units, but it is changing people's lives by ensuring that they have the shelter over their heads. And so, you know, I kind of dug really, really deep into, you know, my purpose and my why, and why I do real estate, because it's just not a job. It's not something that I do. It is a passion for helping others. It's a passion for people that drives me. And, you know, just go and check it out. I will post it. I think I posted it to my Instagram. The link to the interview is actually in my bio. Facebook, I actually shared the article on Facebook. So if you want to go back and go back to my Trish Sells Atlanta Facebook page, you can definitely take a look at it there. I'll also reshare it after this broadcast so that you guys can know where and how to get to it. So Thank you so much, guys, for everybody that refers business to me, all of my clients, all of my future clients. Thank you so much, because I could not do it without you guys. So I just want to say thank you. Thank you to my lenders, my vendors, my lenders, my I can't say appraisers because I don't work with them directly, but my inspectors. Thank you. Thank you to my closing attorney, my legal eagle. Thank you so much, Camellia Hines Ruffin with the Ruffin Firm. Thank you so much for getting me close and just making sure that my transaction runs very smoothly. I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for. Okay, guys, that's enough of me being all sappy. I really don't like to do that, but that's enough of me being sappy. I'm definitely appreciative because I know that you guys could choose somebody else, but you choose me, and so I'm grateful for that. So let's get into real estate news that you can use. Uh-oh. Okay. So we're going to get into some real estate news that you can use. So guess what? There is a Whole Foods coming to Midtown. Can you guys believe it? I mean, this thing is going to be phenomenal. It is going to be phenomenal. It's going to be the largest Whole Food in the Southeast. It is set to be open on April 5th, 2019. It's going to be at the corner of 14th Street and West Peachtree Street. Guys, the layout of it, and I will share the article on my Trish Atlanta Facebook page, and I'll get the pictures and stuff up on Instagram, guys. But this Whole Foods is going to be the largest one in the Southeast. It's going to be right here in Atlanta. It's supposed to have a rooftop terrace, a pub and brewery, and eateries as well. Like, I can't wait to go and for the rooftop parties at Whole Foods. How about you? But I can't wait. I just love to see the construction that is happening in my city. I mean, not only it is a melting pot, it's very innovative. The technology, the stores that are coming and that are planting their roots here, it's phenomenal. I love it. I absolutely love it. So that's some real estate news. Look out, April 5th, 2019. I'm sure they're going to have a huge grand opening and stuff to do. And I want to have my face in the place. Let me look at my calendar to see exactly which day is that on. I think, and that's actually during spring break for the children. Yeah, that's the Friday of spring break. So y'all go down there to 14th Street and West Peachtree Street. And so that's where the new Whole Foods will be. Just some other real estate news before I kind of get into what I learned with the contracts when I went to class, because, teacher has to report to the students what she learned. February, it's deemed Black History Month. And so I just wanted to take a moment to give homage to some of the Black architects that have designed different projects around Atlanta. And just, pay them some respects, because we have some beautiful architecture in Atlanta, and some of it came from, my predecessors. And so for that, I'm grateful. One of the things was actually the atrium in Hartsfield-Jackson Airport. And I'm trying to find the exact name. But we'll keep pushing. The Atrium Concourse was the works of Oscar Harris, also with Turner Associates. He designed it. Over 50 million annual visitors actually see this. I don't know if when you're walking through Hartsfield, they have a huge atrium, a concourse atrium. It's beautiful. But that was designed by Oscar Harris with Turner Associates. The firm designed the atrium and concourse E and was a part of a team effort that drew up the airport's 2000 master plan. So when you walk through, the next time you're going through the airport and you walk through, just know that that was designed by architect Oscar Harris of Turner Associates. Also, the Center for Civil and Human Rights Museum, that design lead was Phil Freelon, and the project lead architect was Mark Johnson. Rich with symbolism, the 42,000 square foot facility erected on land donated by Coca-Cola. And this month, I don't know if you know, but entry admission into the Civil Rights Museum is free, compliments of Coca-Cola. So if you haven't been down there, go and check it out. It's something to do this weekend, something to do with the children. But that project lead architect was Mark Johnson, who was also an African-American that we will pay homage to during this month of Black History. So we will move on to contracts. Do y'all see this? These are all the changes that were made. My goodness. We got a lot of stuff going on in the real estate industry, but we're thankful because when they update, and let me explain about the updates. Trish doesn't make the updates. I'm a realtor, and so to explain that a little bit further, I'm a member of the National Association of Realtors, the Georgia Association of Realtors, and also the Atlanta Board of Realtors. So I have a whole other standard that I have to meet to be deemed a realtor. And that is the difference between a real estate agent. A lot of them are not a member of a board. They still get the job done. And then you have realtors, which that is what I am. And I am a member of the board. So that I can have that extra layer, professionalism and ethics to help serve, my clients. So the Georgia Association of Realtors attorneys got together, and they have a panel of realtors that they work with. And we kind of express our concerns about, our contract, if it was a deal that kind of went awry and it wasn't protection in it and things like that, they really hear us out, and they change the forms. And so I take a class every year with the new changes. So when 2019 came, we had a plethora of changes with our forms. First and foremost, our form numbers changed. So I've known the same form numbers for 10 years, y'all, and I gotta read that. I gotta relearn the numbers of the forms. I mean, they just totally changed that, but that's okay. That's okay. We had so many forms that had to renumber them because we literally have a form for everything. And I just wanted to go through some notables. I won't go through every change. I will not go through every change, but I will name a few of them that will help you. One notable was we now have a form for required renter's insurance for my clients that lease property. The landlords now can require renter's insurance. And hey, here's why renter's insurance is good. And it's a good practice because when you own your own home, you're going to have to get homeowner's insurance. So you should start by getting renter's insurance so that the items in your home are covered. The items, your personal items, are covered. So now your landlord can actually make that a part of your lease agreement that they require renter's insurance. They didn't do that before, but now they have the capability, and it's a smart thing to do. If anything happens, inside there's a flood, home, unexpectedly, catches on fire, then your personal belongings will be covered. And then, yes, the owner does have homeowner's insurance, but that's for their home. It's not for your personal items. So just wanted to throw that out there. One of the notables that I saw, radon gas. So in the past 10 years, radon was, something that I heard about, but now it's become a thing. And, I did an update on it a while ago. I think in January, as a matter of fact, because January is actually Radon Awareness Month. And from my understanding, when you live near like Stone Mountain, because radon gas is given off by the stone. So when the closer you live, the more radon gas apparently. So now we have a whole pamphlet that is dedicated strictly to radon to let you guys know what is going on. And why you should get your home radon gas tested. So just wanted to update you on that because radon has definitely become a thing. Also, we have an updated form on the authorization to show unlisted property sellers. I know we have some sellers out here that like to do for sale by owner. We call those FSBOs. But guess what? We can't just show your property. We have to have an authorization to show your unlisted property. So we know you don't want to put it in the MLS system and all that good stuff, but in order for me as a realtor to show it to my buyer, you have to sign this form, and we're going to have to, talk about things like commission and all of that, because I cannot show your home for free. Cannot do it. I appreciate you though. So that is also, that form got an update. We've always had that form, but that form did get an update. Some other notables. Oh, sellers, again, we have another update. So sellers, you know how you're getting ready to move out of your home, and you say, well, I'll just leave that armoire, for the buyer just in case they want it. They'll move it. Or I'm going to leave, the pantry stocked with all my canned goods because, I don't have to take them with me. I'm going to buy some new canned goods. You cannot do it. We have verbiage in our contracts now that says at time of possession, seller shall deliver property clean and free of trash, debris, and personal property of the seller not identified as remaining with the property. So guess what? If we don't have a bill of sale on it, if it is not included in the seller's property disclosure, that is something that you are leaving, you have to take it with you. You have to, and when I say take it with you, it doesn't mean put it on the street and wait for the trash man to come when the new buyer starts their trash service. No, you have to have that completely gone before you close or at closing. So just keep that in mind. I know a lot of sellers want to give buyers unwanted furniture and other unwanted things, but if it's not a part of the contract, please, 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 we have to make sure that everything is removed. We have to make sure everything is removed. So that was another notable. Some other things are purely for us as agents. Oh, so let's talk about Airbnb, since that is a thing. That is such a hot commodity right now. It's such a hot commodity, but guess what? For people that are up under a lease agreement, your landlord can say no subletting of any kind, including Airbnb, which we call nightly rentals or home exchanges. So if you're thinking on to rent out, your condo, if you are living in a condo and you are leasing it, okay? And so the Super Bowl just left in February. And let's say you said, well, I'm going to rent my condo out for $2,000 for one night. It made me some extra money towards, with Airbnb. I'm going to make me some extra money. So now we have language in our lease agreements that the landlord, owner, can make you sign that says that no subletting of any kind. And it's going to include Airbnb, according to the updates to our contract. So just wanted to let you know that. Make sure you're reading, because on the seller owner side, I'm going to represent my client to the best of my ability. So I'm going to make sure I highlight, hey, no Airbnb, guys. So we talked about the addition of the renter's insurance. Oh, another thing when it comes to the leases, I just thought this was a notable for owners, because I know I have a lot of owners who they're either going to lease out their homes or, some may be doing lease purchase, but a lot of them, they want to keep their assets right now and just want to lease it out. So just a notable, guys, a guest is anyone who visits the property for no longer than 14 consecutive days or 28 non-consecutive days in any 12-month period. So if you have someone that has been in your home for longer than 14 consecutive days or have been to your home 28 times within a 12-month period, they are not considered a guest. So just keep that in mind, because according to your lease agreement, whoever's on your lease agreement and they're deemed the occupant, that's it. So don't be in violation of things like that because you're not really reading. So just wanted to talk about that as well. We talked about the mandatory renter's insurance, our move in, move out inspection form change to condition form, and disclosure. So as realtors, we do have to give you guys disclosures, and I give out all disclosures. I don't pick and choose just to make sure that I gave you everything. Something new that came up on one of our consumer brochures, which is our disclosures that we give out, is the potential surveillance section. So, in this day and age of technology and all of that stuff, people are constantly recording. Folks are on Instagram, we're Facebook Live, and we're doing all kind of stuff. So now when I go as a realtor and I show a home, which protects my seller, it also protects my buyer as well. But from the selling aspect, it's giving disclosure saying that when you go into a home and you're looking at it for purchase, that assume that you are being recorded. There are a lot of homes that I walk into, and they do have camera systems. They have security systems. So I always assume that you're being recorded. And for my buyers, do not discuss pricing. Do not discuss negotiations. Do not discuss the listing, any of that while inside of the home, because you could be being recorded. You really could. You could be being recorded, and the seller will know how much, you say, well, we're pre-approved for this amount. And so now the seller knows, but we're going to lowball them. So guess what? That ruins your opportunity for negotiation. So buyers, beware. Georgia is a buyer beware state. And so you can't really get upset with, sellers for certain things, because it is the buyer's responsibility to find out these things. Being that I work with sellers and buyers, I try to give you guys the game on both ends, okay? So just wanted to let you know that sellers, you do have the right to have, your cameras in your home. And if, the buyer is discussing it, they have to assume they're being recorded, but we have added that to our contract as well. So just wanted to let you know that. And on our contracts now, back in the day, if your loan was denied for, let's say, you're under contract, you're in to buy a house, you're a week away from closing, and you go and you buy furniture. Or you're a week away from closing and you go and you say, I got to have that brand new car. Oh, I got to have it. It's fast. I got to have it. And you buy that car, and then your loan gets denied because now your debt to income ratio has gone up. You're going to lose your earnest money. It's going to go over to the seller who has taken their home off of the market. Hey, Wesley. It's going to go over to the seller who has taken their home off the market for 30 days because you were negligent with your finances. So now we have verbiage in our contracts that state that if your loan is denied because the buyer made purchases that adversely affected the debt to income ratio, then guess what? Buyers, you're not going to get your money back. So please be careful. Do not go out there and buy a car, apply for a credit card, and go get furniture before you close on your home. Please, thank you. Please do not do it. Please don't. Trust me when I say that, because not only are you going to miss out on the house, you're not going to get your earnest money back. Another thing, sellers. If you disclose a certain amount that the HOA fee is, let's say, you fill out the form, and on the community association form, you state that the HOA fee is $400 and it's really $1,000. Guess who's going to be responsible for that extra $600? Sellers, you are. So when you're filling out these forms, please make sure that you're getting all the information that you need. Make sure that you're getting all the information that you need so that when something like this comes up, your information is accurate. It's much better to say, oh, the community association fees are $600 and they're really $625, and then you only have to pay $25 instead of having to pay an extra $600 and thousands of dollars because you did not complete these forms correctly. So just wanted to update you guys on that as well. I'm not trying to be the bearer of bad news, but part of me going to these classes with contracts and so that I can represent you effectively, so that I know what these forms mean and I can warn you of the potential danger. So again, that's why I do this every Wednesday, so that I can have you guys in better shape and in good condition, because you guys do depend on me. You guys do depend on me to make sure that, you have a smooth real estate transaction. So I am a contracts nerd. If you have any other questions about contracts, if you think of anything, please feel free to reach out to me. You can call me or text me 404-817-1710. You can also email me at Trish at trishselfatl.com. You can also send me a direct message on Facebook and Instagram if you have any questions about contracts. And from time to time, I will post some information about, updates that we have to the market. This is my weekly update about all the information that I have. I have meetings and all of that good stuff. So I just like to bring it to you to make sure that you have it. But if you think of a situation you're thinking about selling, you got some stuff going on and you want to talk to me, please feel free to reach out to me. I'll be happy to have you. So now it is time for our lender spotlight. I have Samantha Weinstein with Evolve Bank, who is going to talk to us today about some products that she offers, some mortgage news, some mortgage updates. So I'm going to bring her on right now. Our technology is working better today, y'all. I don't want to say that too quickly, though. I don't want to say that too quickly. So she's being notified so that she can come on into the groove with me. I truly appreciate her. We did an open house a couple of weeks ago. And it turned out phenomenal. It was a little slow at first, and then the bottom just opened up. Let's see if she can see it. Let's see. Samantha, you were notified. Is the screen allowing you to come on? Log out and log back in and see what happens. I think she's texting me. Let me text her log out. Okay. So while we are waiting on her, I have an open house this weekend, everybody. I have an open house. I want to show you guys the beautiful property that I will be a part of. So let me go to my page. This is the open house that I will be doing. 240 Stone Lee in Cascade, South Fulton, Stone Lee Drive, Atlanta, Georgia, 30331. List price $339,900. I will be there this weekend. Oh, let me get it on here. Hold on, Samantha, I got you. Here we go. But this is the house right here. 240 Stone Lee Drive, Southwest Atlanta, Georgia, 30331. Kind of Cascade, South Fulton, that area. Beautiful home in Regency Hills subdivision. So it's beautiful home. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. It is an estate sale. I do want to disclose that. So all offers that are made are subject to third party and trustee approval. It is listed for $339,900. So this is where I will be this weekend. I'll be on the south side. A lot of my followers say, Trish, when are you going to be on the south side? Well, I'm there this weekend on Saturday, February 23rd from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Come check me out. Come holler at your girl. I'll be on the South Fulton Cascade edge of town this weekend, Saturday from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Come holler at me. This is a beautiful home. Even if you just want to come and tour it, please come and holler at me, and I will be there to talk with you about, some home buying options for you. Just going through a few pictures. I'm going to go ahead and get our lender on right now. So let me pull out of here and let's get Samantha on. There we go.
Hi.
Hey, Samantha.
Sorry, technology.
No problem. Technology whoops us every time. It's smarter than us. And so it always shows us. Yes. How are you today?
I'm doing fantastic. How about you?
I'm doing great. I feel like I have so much information. Like I've been away from my people for so long.
Yeah,
It was,
thank
it
you
was
so much
only
for sharing all of what you learned at your continuing education class. That's a lot of really important information.
absolutely. It
And
definitely helps me as a realtor,
yeah,
you
and
know.
congratulations on your nomination.
Thank you, Samantha. Thank you so much. I'm truly humbled by it. Truly humbled.
Very exciting. Well, I'm really
Mhm.
happy to be joining you today. And, thank you to everyone who's kind of joining in and watching us. My name's Samantha Weinstein. I'm with Evolve Bank over in Alpharetta. And like Trish said, I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about some of the products that we offer. I'm not going to get too into detail with it because there are hundreds of products and we could be here for hours. But I'm going to go over some of the ones that I think are kind of really important. And then I also, I know that the focus this month is on the sellers. So I came up with a few tips for sellers to kind of take control of the mortgage process from both ends as well.
Awesome.
In terms of products that we have to offer, like I said, we have hundreds of different products that are out there. But the ones that we utilize the most are going to be our programs for the first time home buyers. So we have programs for first time home buyers kind of all over Georgia. And when you think about what it means to be a first time home buyer, it's important to remember that that doesn't necessarily mean that you've never owned a home before. It means that you haven't owned a home in the last 3 years. So if you haven't owned a home in 3 years, you are considered a first time home buyer. So as you're reading, through all of your product information and figuring out what works best for you, it's really important to keep that in mind. With those first time home buyer programs, we're able to do very low down payments. So you're looking at 3 to 3.5% to get you qualified. And realistically, qualifying for a mortgage is kind of easier than ever at this point. It can seem really scary and complicated, but I do my best to kind of make it as simple and hassle free as possible. And even if you don't necessarily have all the funds for a down payment, we also work with a lot of down payment assistance programs to help you, because we kind of recognize that a lot of people may have steady income and good cash flow coming in, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you've been able to save up the large chunk of change that could potentially be required. So we have three programs that we primarily work with. The Georgia Dream program, which offers a $5,000 in assistance, and that's anywhere in the state of Georgia. And then we have two very more specific programs, one in Gwinnett County and one in DeKalb that we work with. So in Gwinnett, the program is called the Gwinnett Homestretch Program. And they actually offer up to $7,500 in down payment assistance. And how that works is it's a forgivable second mortgage. So what that means is they give you a second mortgage for $7,500. And as long as you live in your home for 5 years and don't make any late payments in that time, they forgive that second mortgage. So you're not obligated to pay anything back or any interest or anything like that. You just have to live in your home for 5 years and make your payments.
Awesome.
Yeah, and for that one, again, you have to buy in Gwinnett County, of
Okay.
course.
Gwinnett County. So sellers, think about that if you're ready to list your home and you want to market it, to buyers. It's a program out there that gives them, extra down payment funds. And even though it's a forgivable loan, if they purchase it and they stay in the home for 5 years and make their payments on time, then the loan is forgivable. So just think about those things when you get ready to market your property. Or call me, because that's why I have, very great relationship with lenders such as Samantha, so that we can make sure that we get you the best deal for your home as well. So just wanted to throw that out there.
Yeah, absolutely. And so the third and final program that we work through is the We DeKalb program, and that's
Mhm.
going to be for homes in DeKalb County. And they offer a 3, 4, or 5% grant towards your down payment and closing cost. And then so that isn't just a grant; it's free and clear.
Right. So the cab sellers, you all have a program, We the Cab, where buyers can actually get a grant to purchase your home. So we're actually going to do a seminar about that next month. And so once we have some dates and stuff finalized, just keep watching on my Facebook and my Instagram page, and we'll put the information out and also on my website. So just wanted to let you guys know about that as well.
Yeah, I'm really excited to host those information sessions because, when you pair these down payment assistance programs with the first time home buyer programs that kind of have those lower down payment requirements, for a lot of people, that means that they're able to purchase a home and bring very little or no money to closing at all, which is fantastic.
That's fantastic.
You know,
Even for buyers, if you're listening, that's why you have to be with the right lender that has this information, because if down payment is an issue, then it's two programs, one in Gwinnett and one at the CAP, that can help you. It can assist you, when paired with some of these other things. And like she said, you can come to the closing table, with the minimum amount of money, if any, depending on your qualifications. So, definitely if you're looking at this and you have some questions, please feel free to email me, to text me, call me, send me a direct message. Samantha's information is also scrolling at the bottom of the screen, for you guys. And I'll repeat it for you, Instagram, once she finishes with her presentation.
And, absolutely, you guys, you are welcome to email, call, text me, whatever works for you guys anytime. I make myself available around your schedule. And, I did just kind of going back to those programs, I think that, all of this kind of ties back into what you were talking about earlier, Trish, which is that, this is more than just a job. What we do is we help people achieve their dreams, and get into their homes so that they can, kind of be able to do that when they may not have been able to before. So
Absolutely, absolutely. It is. I had one buyer who she had been living in an apartment, and just for years, and she finally, her family came. It was some money, and they decided to pool together and purchase her this home, and she purchased it for cash. So she went from, living in, on one region of an area of town to going to a whole new world, and it has just completely blessed her. And that's one of the reasons why I do what I do. It's stories like that remind me of why I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for working with lenders such as yourself that, have a heart for people, because that's essential, when it comes to this business.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, I think that's kind of, all I was going to run through for the buyers. And like I said, I know that this month for you is focused on sellers. So I kind of put my brain together here and thought about, what can a seller really do to kind of take control of their transaction? Because a lot of the mortgage process for the buyer is out of their hands. But
Right.
there are some things that they can do to kind of make sure that that they are in control of that situation. So, sellers, one, know what your property is eligible for. If you're in Gwinnett County, if you're in DeKalb County, if your property is eligible for USDA financing, know that and market to those buyers. Make sure that you're finding the right people to get your home sold as quickly as possible. And another thing that you can do is make sure that exactly, how much cash or what your bottom line is. So
Right.
you can do that if you have a mortgage on your existing home. You can log into your online banking or give them a call and ask them to quote you a payoff for your current mortgage. Because, it's not just what you see reflected on your statement balance. There will be some unearned interest and other things that need to be accounted for. So just call them and get that ballpark number so that you have it, so that you know exactly what you're working with. Which kind of segues into my next point, which is know upfront if you are willing or able to give credit towards the buyer's closing costs. And having that payoff information will help you make that decision as well, because sometimes those figures can get tight when we're looking at those numbers. $1,000, $2,000 can make a big difference.
It sure can. It sure can. Thank you so much, Samantha, for that.
And finally, I know Trish kind of mentioned we had an open house together a few weeks back. And for you sellers, when it's time to list your home and you have an open house, have a lender come out to that open house and talk with the borrowers. If your agent has a lender that they recommend, or if you have a lender that you're working with, just ask them. And, of course, I'm always happy to come out to any open house and sit down and talk with people. And you can actually also ask that, the buyers who are coming to your open house get pre-qualified with that lender, so that, you can kind of, one, weed out your buyers who may be ineligible, but it also gives you a little advantage, because if you have multiple offers coming into your home, the loan officer can't tell you who's got the best finances, but we can talk about things like, well, I asked these 3 people for things and they responded to me very quickly.
Okay.
And these other 2 buyers didn't get back to me at all. Kind of get a gauge on how motivated that buyer is to really purchase that property. Because if you have someone who's responding to all of your messages within 5 minutes and getting you everything that you need and on the ball, that's important.
It's very important. And it shows that they're motivated and they want the home. And they're fiscally responsible, because even as a realtor, when I sign a buyer brokerage agreement with my buyers, that's one of their responsibilities. You're signing me to be your realtor, and I'm responsible for certain things. But as a buyer, you have a responsibility to me and the lender to make sure that you're getting all documents signed and in on time. So please just keep that in mind when you say that you want to be, a buyer and you want to purchase a home. We can only do our job to the best of our ability with your help. And so if Samantha is asking you for, a document and she's asked you for it 10 times, that shouldn't be, because they're showing that you're not really motivated to purchase a home. So just keep that in mind. And then it translates to the seller as well, because believe it or not, and I often represent sellers on a transaction. I ask their agent, or I will call the lender and say, well, hey, how's the financing piece going? She can't tell me any of your personal information, but what she can tell me is, I've been asking for this document, for 2 weeks now, and they haven't gotten it to me. So that's telling me, as a representative of the seller, that, hey, this deal may go awry because you're not turning in your information. And so then we have to make a decision. And that's why we have contingencies in place and days in place to make sure that all of this information is done and complete. So didn't want to interrupt you, but just wanted to blurb out there, to kind of make both of our jobs easy, because we're in business for you. We want to see you close. You came to us with a desire to be a homeowner, or you came with us with a desire to sell your home. And so we need all of that information from you so that we can have a very smooth transaction. So just wanted to say that.
No, absolutely. That stuff is so important. From the lending perspective, our biggest kind of delay in getting things done is getting documents back in a timely manner. If we lived in a perfect world where we could say every buyer is going to get everything back to us within 24 hours, we could close every loan in 7 days, no problem.
Wow.
So I think a lot of people don't realize how much of that is really dependent on how responsive the buyer is, and sometimes the seller, depending on the case. And, kind of just, I think the final tip that I had for sellers, we talked a little bit about how that you can take control of the mortgage process. And the final kind of piece of that is just educating yourself in what that process looks like, what to expect, what's normal at what stage of the process. So if you have a real estate contract that says you have a financing contingency expiring in 2 days, and you haven't heard anything at all from your buyer or your lender, or their lender, that's probably a red flag for you. So the more that you know, the more power you have. And one thing that's really important to understand is the difference between a pre-qualification and a pre-approval. So when a buyer is pre-qualified, that means that they have given their information to a lender verbally. So they have stated the amount of income that they have, how much money they make, how much money they have in the bank. The lender has pulled their credit, but no one's actually reviewed any of their documentation. If a buyer has been pre-approved, that means that they've sent in all of their paperwork, their bank statements, their pay stubs, their employment has been verified, the whole 9 yards. And that has been reviewed by an underwriter who has given it a green light or said, no, we need to slow down for a minute. So when you're looking at those offers, any buyer who is pre-approved
Mm-hmm.
I would consider that to be a more solid offer than someone who is pre-qualified, because you know that they're done. They're already set up. The only thing they need is for that property to appraise and they can move forward.
Absolutely. And one other thing that I want to say to reiterate with sellers, with your payoff, also, please be honest with us about your liens. Please be honest with us about your liens. Okay, so that's information that we need to know. Just like we need to know that payoff amount. We need to know that you don't have any liens, or if you do, you need to notify us. And that your taxes. If you haven't paid your taxes, we need to know that too. And so that's part of the information that our closing attorney collects to make sure that we can adequately transfer the title. But we need that information. Your lender needs to know that you're selling and that there will be a payoff. So, these are things that we have to be very transparent and disclose. So I just wanted to throw that in because that makes our job easier as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And at the end of the day, all of that stuff is going to come out.
Right. So you're going to have to pay that lien in order for us to transfer that title.
Mm-hmm. So if we know about it in the beginning of the process, we can prepare.
Samantha, can you hear me?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I was just making sure. Oh, I think it's my connection. I see it's reconnecting on Instagram.
Oops.
But yeah.
Technology
and Wi-Fi and weather, because it's a little dreary today, and sometimes that does impact your internet.
So I think that's all, like I said, that I kind of had together for you guys. And like I said, if anyone ever has any questions about anything, you can always reach me, email, call, text, whatever. I'm always here to answer questions whenever y'all need.
Okay, and Instagram, that is Samantha Weinstein of Evolve Bank. Her telephone number is 609-602-3798, and her email address is her first name her last name at getevolve.com, and I'm going to spell that for you. Her first name is Samantha, SAMANTHA WEINSTEIN at get evolve evolved.com. If you did not catch that, please just hit me in the direct message, send me a message, and I'll get her information over to you. Facebook, you see her information going across the screen at the bottom. So just kind of jot that information down. And if you have additional questions about those programs that she mentioned, the We DeKalb and the one that is in Gwinnett County, please feel free to reach out to either Samantha or myself, and we will get you the information that you need on that. Samantha, thank you so much.
Thank you so much
for coming on today and dropping some of those great knowledge bombs. I truly appreciate you. I appreciate you being one of my trusted lenders. I appreciate you sitting at the open house with me to educate our borrowers, and even, the sellers, to let them know what it is that she does and how she can definitely assist them with getting their house sold. So thank you. I so appreciate
it. Thank you for having me, Trish. It's been fantastic.
Yes, let's get ready for a huge selling season.
Yeah, we're gearing up. I'm ready.
Yes. So we'll chat soon. Have a great rest of your day.
You too. Thanks.
Thank you so much. All right, that was so good. I always enjoy Samantha. She's phenomenal. She is phenomenal. I'm so thankful that she did our spotlight, our lender spotlight on today. I do have my inspector insight from our resident inspector, who tries to help us out every week by giving us different points to go by. So give me one moment to get the weekly tip up, because it's about the hot water heater. And y'all know that I upload this information to my Facebook, and I will try to screenshot it to put it on Instagram as well. But let's talk about hot water heaters. That's our weekly inspection tips, sellers. These are items that if you're thinking about selling your home, the mechanicals of the home, the HVAC, water heater, the plumbing, all of that good stuff. You want to have that checked out. And like I told you on last week, my inspector does a before market inspection. We call it a BMI. We do this before market inspection so that you'll know what it is that you need to work on, which translates into dollars. It translates into, okay, well, I'm going to put my home on the market. And when I put my home on the market, you can have a buyer who says, well, this, and this is wrong with the home. And so I'm going to come down on the price. Or you can go ahead and all these things taken care of. And guess what? You're getting a full price or above list price offer. So just want to throw that out. We are talking about home. We're talking about hot water heaters today. A hot water temperature pressure, a water heater temperature pressure relief valve should be connected to a discharge pipe that runs downward. In addition, PVC and other non-approved plastic should not be used since they can easily melt. This pipe is responsible for routing hot water released from the temperature pressure relief valve to a proper discharge location. The water heater poses a potential safety hazard because the temperature pressure relief valve line runs upward. And he actually sent a picture. Let's see if I can get this on the screen because I want y'all to see it. Let's see, Facebook. Y'all getting all the goods. Y'all know I love my Facebook family. I thank you guys so much for your support. So let's see. Yep. We can get this up on the screen. So let's see if we can put it on up here to my broadcast. I'm getting better, y'all. Oh, look at me. I did it. So this is the picture. And if you look closely right here, this valve, he's saying, is going upward. It should be going downward. And when you think about water being hot, it can scald you. It can actually scald you. So just keep that in mind, sellers. Like I said, if you're thinking about, I'm going to put my home on the market, give me a call. Give me a call. Give my inspector a call. Vantage Inspection Services, telephone number is 404-902-3400, 404-902-3400, and he can be reached via email at vantageinspection@gmail.com, Vantage, VANTAGEINSPECTION @gmail.com. You can call and get a before market inspection, see what, kind of shape your home is in. So that you can, so that you'll know what it is that you need to do. Or, for my buyers, he does do buyer inspections to assist you when you go up under contract. So just wanted to throw that out there, and I'm grateful for my inspector insight. My legal eagle is on vacation. She is celebrating her 10-year wedding anniversary. So from Trish Sales Atlanta, Camellia Hines Ruffin with the Ruffin Firm, I just wanted to say from me and my business to you and your business, happy anniversary, happy 10-year anniversary to Camellia Shamari and Camellia Ruffin. Happy anniversary, you guys. I love to see, marriages really working. They've been in this thing for 10 years. So congratulations. And again, from me to you, my legal eagle, happy anniversary. So let's talk about Trish's certified. Let's talk about it. So, every week I get on and I talk about, I'm a foodie. Let me disclose that. I do like to eat. I do like to try new things. I'm just a connoisseur, not of fine wine, but of food, which keeps me, working out a little bit. Thank goodness for high metabolism. But, it just kind of puts me in a place where I can try new things. And my mantra is, that I learn a lot about people over a meal. So I wanted to show you guys my certified pick for the week. It is Negril Village. I have not been here just yet. However, I hear the food is phenomenal. I hear it's food, it's like a Caribbean, and I love oxtails. I love jerk chicken. I love peas and rice. You know, my mother, she could probably run circles around them, but from my understanding, it's delicious. They have a wonderful brunch. For those that are into mimosas, they have that as well. I have the website pulled up right here. Food, this is how it looks. You can reserve for parties of 1 to 10. Food and drink, I'll look at the menu. They have a brunch, lunch, and dinner menu. They have a drinks menu. They actually have a loft menu. So just check it out. Just check it out. Check it out. They have jerk chicken and waffles. They have oxtails. They have shrimp and grits. They have the whole red snapper. They have the jerk salmon. We got salad, jerk wings, codfish fritters, mac and cheese, steamed cabbage, plantains, rice and peas, white rice. Guys, go and check it out. So that is Trish's certified pick. So excuse me. Go and check out Negroes Village. Let me give you the location. Instagram is about to log me off. But thank you, Instagram, for tuning in. It is right on downtown. Right off of North Avenue. So if you want to go and visit, I will update it to my Instagram page. So Negro Village, that's the place to try. Hours of operation, open for brunch, lunch, all of that good stuff. Okay, well, guys, coming up next. So next week, I'll have more real estate news. I have some things that you can do as well. I know I couldn't get into that a lot today, but that's purely because I had a lot of contract stuff that I needed to talk about and get Samantha on here so that she can speak with you as well about some things that she had going on and some things going on in the mortgage industry. Do not forget about my open house on this weekend. Let me go back to that screen. Give me 1 second because I want you, if you or somebody that you know is interested in purchasing a home, they want to be in the South Fulton area. I have a beautiful home that I will be hosting and presenting this weekend. 240 Stoneleigh Drive, Southwest in Atlanta, Georgia. It is a beautiful home. It's in Regency. It's in the Regency. I'm trying to get back to the first page so that you can see the front of it. But it is a beautiful home, and let me share it with you. But I will be here on this Saturday coming, February 23rd, 2019, from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. on this Saturday. Come and check it out. Like I said, I'll be in the South Fulton area. All of you guys always ask me, Trish, when are you coming to the South Side? I will be in South Fulton this weekend. So please come out, check out the home. It's a beautiful home. It is an estate sale as well. It is priced at $339,900, which is phenomenal, especially with the prices of homes that are actually going on in the South Fulton area. So this is priced to sell, and it is priced to sell. So please come out, check it out. See the formal dining room, family room, formal dining, powder room. This is the kitchen. It's beautiful, beautiful. So you've been looking in the South Fulton area. You want to get more bang for your buck. Here you have it in Regency Hills, right off of Campbellton Road and Boat Rock, 30331. Here's the master bathroom, jetted tub. Just a beautiful, 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 beautiful home. So that's all I have for today. It also has a basement, if you can see from the pictures. It does also have a basement. So thank you so much, everybody, for your support. Thank you so much for tuning in every day with me, every Wednesday at 1 p.m. on Facebook Live and Instagram Live. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll be back next week with more real estate news, more current events, more things to do. I'll have another lender spotlight. Hopefully our legal eagle, Camelia Hines Ruffin, will be back from her 10-year honeymoon to bring us some more information. I'll have some inspector insight information going on, and we'll have another Trish's certified pick of the week next week and more updates. You know, I'm here. I will likely do another open house next week. We're kind of getting into their selling season. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I appreciate your support. If you have any questions, concerns, please feel free to give me a call or text me at 404-817-1710. You can also email me at trish@trishsalesatl.com. Also visit my website, trishsalesatl.com. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Have a beautiful day. See you later.